What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing today, man? Just got back from the vape shop, you feel me? Got my vape and everything like that. It's been a good day so far. It's been chilling. Just got back from group and everything. Got some stuff off my chest. Just thought I'd hop on here, you know what I'm saying? And just give y'all a real quick story time type thing, man. I got a lot of stories in my life and a lot of stuff I've been through, a lot of stuff I persevered through, overcame a lot of obstacles in my life. So I figured I'd just hop on here and start kind of talking about my life and things that, you know, been going on with me or things I've been through in hopes that it might help somebody else out. So with that being said, today we gonna have a little story time on why I went to juvenile detention and ended up going to juvenile prison. Now, a lot of people been to juvenile detention, a lot of people been through that kind of stuff, but not a lot of people been to juvenile prison. And I'm gonna give y'all my experience, why I went there, what happened while I was there, the aftermath of getting out and stuff like that, trying to adjust to life. Just kind of give y'all the ins and outs of what happened and stuff like that. So let's get into it. I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory too. So I was around, you know what I'm saying, 13, 14, when I started getting into trouble in my life, you know what I mean? Before that, I was just kind of playing sports, you know, video games, doing normal kid stuff. I grew up in a 2-parent household, so I didn't really have like a whole lot of like problems with things in my life like that. As far as like putting food on the table or like not being able to go to school, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My parents really did care for me and tried their best, and I can't blame them or the household I grew up in for any type of negative things that happened in my life, because all that really came from me messing up, doing dumb stuff, not listening to what they're saying, not listening to what my counselor in school is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really all on me. I don't know what was wrong with me. Just really impulsive, really childish, you know what I'm saying? Just always getting into dumb stuff. And it started out with little stuff like I would skip school, you know what I mean? When I was 12, 13, get into fights at school, get suspended from school, you know, stuff like that. But that kind of started transpiring into more serious things. A little quick thing in Iowa, it's illegal to shoot off fireworks because somebody got their house burnt down or some shit from fireworks. So on the 4th of July, nobody can shoot off fireworks, right? Nobody can do that. But we go across the border to Missouri and buy a bunch of fireworks from the fireworks shops there, because we don't have a fireworks shop in Iowa, right? So Missouri knows that, other states know that. So they put a big ass fireworks shop on the border, you know what I'm saying, of Iowa to whatever state, Missouri, Kansas. They got these big fireworks shops. So every year we go across the border and get fireworks and bring it back and shoot off fireworks. Like, everyone did that. You know what I'm saying? It was just normal. Like, police really didn't do nothing unless you're really being crazy. But anyway, so one year, like, we had a bunch of fireworks. We shot off a bunch, but we still had a lot left, and I knew that. And I also knew that my parents, they had kept hella alcohol in the garage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They'd go out there and drink, do their little thing after they get off work. And I was never really into that type stuff when I was real young. I was more into just video games, you know, doing dumb stuff, getting into fights and stuff. But anyway, one night, I'm like, you know what? I was with my little girlfriend and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm trying to get drunk. I'm trying to get lit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it feels like to get lit for real yet, right? So I go into my parents' garage. I grab like a bottle of like Jack Daniels or something like that, and beers and stuff like that. I started drinking, and I was trying to keep it on the low. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to just be obvious about it. You know what I'm saying? So I would take it. I'll pour a little bit in a styrofoam cup or whatever, put some pop in it, make it look like I'm just drinking pop or whatever. I'll be chilling out front on the porch, you know what I'm saying, just drinking. Or not on the porch, but like, it's like a little like a concrete like footing outside the front door. It's kind of like a porch, but it's not quite big enough to be a porch. But anyway, I'll just sit out there drinking. You know what I'm saying? I went in there and got fireworks and stuff, and it was pretty late at this point. It was like 11 or 12, and I was starting to get drunk, and I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, and she telling me, don't shoot off fireworks like that. Nate, that's stupid, bro. Like, don't do that. But I'm like, nah, I want to shoot off fireworks. Like, just being stupid, bro. And so I started getting real drunk, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like, and I started shooting off fireworks, bro. My parents came out and they was asleep, and they came out and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, why are you shooting off fireworks this late? It's not even 4th of July. Like, are you drunk or something? Like, what's going on?" And they figured out I was drunk. They figured out I took the Jack Daniels and stuff like that, and I took the fireworks out the garage, and they were pissed. And so I kept doing what I was doing and stuff like that. I ended up going down the block because they didn't want me doing that in front of the house. I just kind of like wasn't listening. I was being rebellious or whatever. So I went down the block. Long story short, the police ended up getting called, and I got criminal mischief, and I think that was it for my first charge. So I got criminal mischief, and I didn't go to jail or anything, but they did charge me with that. And so they put me on this thing called informal probation. Now, informal probation is different than, real probation. It's kind of like a way it's like a 6 month to a year long thing where you're kind of supervised, but you're really just getting more involved in therapy, and they're trying to get you to understand the consequences of stuff, but not really giving you real consequences, right? So, I'm on that, and they do drug test you on there, right? So at this point, I started kind of get dabbling in alcohol and smoking weed and stuff like that. And at this point, I was just smoking weed like every once in a while, whatever. So I got dropped dirty for weed, right? And they're like, if you drop dirty again for weed, we're gonna put you on real probation. And I was like, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I just kept smoking weed, did not listen to nothing, right? And so they put me on real probation. I kept not listening, doing dumb shit. And one night, my parents actually kicked me out the house. This is when I'm like 15, I think, 14, maybe 15. I don't know. It was around there, and I got kicked out, and I was just real pissed off. And it was around the holidays and stuff. But I was acting crazy. Don't blame my parents. I was acting crazy, doing dumb shit, bro. Not listening to nothing they said. So they said, "You gonna learn the hard way." So I was out with my friend, just doing dumb shit. We was broke. We was trying to get money to buy some weed or whatnot. And so don't listen. I was a child. I was stupid as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but we were trying to figure out how to get stuff. So we started car hopping, like stealing stuff from people's cars and stuff. Well, someone ended up calling the police on us, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and an unmarked vehicle pull up. All of a sudden, the cop come out, and then a bunch of cops behind that just show up out of nowhere, and they're like, "What y'all got in that bag?" Blah, blah, blah. They found all the stuff we've been stealing out people's cars, and I got 5th degree theft, and I went to jail, or juvenile detention. So I'm sitting in juvenile detention for my first time. Right, like, I'm like around 15 years old. I'm like, damn, this shit sucks. Like, I hate this shit, bro. And I'm trying to get out, right? So I go see the judge, and I'm like saying like, I won't get in no more trouble. I'll stop smoking weed. Excuse me. I'll stop stealing people's stuff. I'll start going to school. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, all right, we'll let you out, but we're gonna put you on the impact program. Now, the impact program is basically house arrest. They give you an ankle monitor. You're not allowed to leave the house. You can only go to school and come back. And so I was on that, and my parents had to sit down and talk with me. Like, when I did get out that night, they're like, listen, we just want the best for you. We want you to start doing better. Like, it sucks that you had to go to juvenile detention, but maybe this will be your wake-up call. And it wasn't my wake-up call. 3 days later, I ended up cutting off the ankle bracelet and running. Going hang out with my friends, knowing that the police gonna be out looking for me, and I'm going back to juvenile detention. Not thinking about the consequences, not caring about none of that. Well, I went on the run for like 3 or 4 days, and they ended up catching me, and I went back to juvenile detention. And at this point, I just accepted it. I'm like, damn, well, I messed up. I'm gonna be here for a little while, but I didn't realize that they was gonna really send me up the road. And like, so I was sitting in there for like a month or 2, and I was in there for like the longest time because my court case just kept going on and going on and going on. They're trying to figure out what to do with me. And like, I'm seeing everyone else leave, get out on freaking house arrest or go to a different program, go to like a group home, whatever. And I'm not knowing where I'm gonna go. And this is around like the holidays, like I said, and stuff. So I'm just sitting in there sick. But I ended up getting kind of close to God though. I started reading the Bible and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, just talking to God every day. I ended up getting a lot of like 23-and-1s, which is basically like you lock in your cell for 23 hours, you get out for an hour for a shower and like rec and stuff like that. But I kept getting in that because I kept getting in trouble just playing around, not taking shit serious, messing around in school there because you have to go to school there and stuff. Still a juvenile. But anyway, so I get in that a lot. But when I get in that, I'll just read the Bible for like freaking 8 hours, like, you know what I mean? So I started getting close to God. But anyway, so I went to court one day and they said, listen, you going up the road to this place called Woodward, and it's basically like a boot camp type thing. And I was only supposed to be there for like 3 months. I ended up staying for 6 months because they call it getting recycled, because you either not participating in the program, or you playing around, or you're not taking stuff serious, you're getting in trouble and stuff like that. And honestly, I really wasn't doing nothing like that. Like, it's just the fact that it's so strict there. And you know what I'm saying, it's boot camp, so you waking up folding your bed at 40-degree angles. You're doing PT all day, you're going to school still, but you got a lot of PT and stuff. And it sucked when I was there. Like, I would be seeing people getting restrained, slammed on the ground, all type stuff. They had this thing called group support where everyone surrounds you and start calling you out on your bullshit and stuff like that. And that stuff happened all the time. And like, I ended up staying about 5 to 6 months. And I wasn't supposed to be there that long, but I was. And I got out and I was trying to stay out of trouble. I did good for a little while, but I ended up smoking weed again. I know, like, this stupid, bro. Ended up smoking weed again. Got locked back up. This time I was in juvenile detention for like 6 months, cause my juvenile probation officer was trying to figure out what to do with me. The court wanted to send me back to Woodward for like 2 years, and I kept telling my juvenile probation officer, my JCO, I kept telling her, like, listen, I don't want to go back there. Like, is there any other options? Y'all could send me anywhere else. And so they was like, well, we could send you to a drug treatment program called STARS. And so I was like, yeah, that sounds sweet. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm trying to get out of juvenile detention. They said you can drink coffee there, and you can get snacks, and you can, you know what I'm saying, make more phone calls, and it's, you know what I'm saying, nice. Other kids my age there get to be around females and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds sweet. Like, send me there. So so they end up sending me there. I get there, I see a bunch of people I already know, and I just kind of started falling into like just messing around again, like doing dumb stuff. But like the thing is, like, it was lit there. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, it was actually cool. Like I seen a lot, like I said, a lot of people I knew there, and like it was chill. Like, we do groups and stuff like that, or like go to school and do like groups and stuff like that centered around recovery. But there was like always snacks, and we always got to do fun stuff like play basketball or like go out on little outings and stuff like that. And just coming from juvenile detention for 6 months and being up the road and stuff like that, this is sweet to me. Like, I'm not even trying to really be on no crazy stuff like that. But I ended up falling in with the wrong crowd there and stuff like that, doing dumb stuff. Ended up sneaking into a girl's room that I liked, that she liked me too, and you know what I'm saying? Ended up fucking. They almost caught us, but we just kept denying it, and the camera footage wasn't really that good, so they couldn't really tell. And the night staff, it was at night, the night staff did not pay attention. They did not care, bro. They wouldn't, there's like 2 floors to it, and there'd be one person patrolling the whole like compound, you know what I'm saying? And they really would not be paying attention. They'd be downstairs for like 30, 45 minutes. So it was easy to do that shit, but ended up doing that. Almost got caught, didn't get caught. Started hanging out with her more and stuff like that. It's kind of making it obvious. And she was like, she started talking about leaving, like she want to run, like do dumb stuff. And my dumb ass ended up being like, yeah, that's a good idea, right? That's not a good idea, bro, because I know what's going to happen if I leave there. Like, this is my last chance. But she ended up convincing me to leave, and we leave and go like out and run and do dumb stuff, bro. End up stealing a truck and like driving, trying to figure out how to get back to Des Moines. But like I was like 15 years old or 16 years old. I did not know how to really drive yet because I've been in juvenile detention most of my, you know what I'm saying, adolescent years. I didn't ever take a driving test, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing nothing like that. So didn't really know how to drive, couldn't figure out how to get there. Didn't have a phone or anything like that. GPS, it was like 2 hours away from where I live. So we ended up just ditching the truck in the hotel parking lot and just kind of kept fucking around out there. Well, cop pulls up on us. They're like, hey, y'all kind of look like the people that left the juvenile probation program or the juvenile treatment program. And everyone there is court ordered. So if you leave, you know what I'm saying, they're going to let the police know. And we tried to get our way out of that, but we did not. Ended up getting caught. They sent me up to this juvenile detention, different ones called Eldora. And this is like serious, like juvenile detention, bro. Like this shit is crazy. This is like where the worst of the worst people go in Iowa, like they're juveniles type shit. And I ended up calling my juvenile probation officer from there. I'm like, damn, like this shit is crazy. Like, I'm sorry for messing up. She's like, Nathan, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Ended up staying there, got transferred back to Polk County, sat in there for a long time, like 6 months. They ended up filling up there, so they ended up transferring me up to Lee County, which is like 4 hours away. And just because the court didn't know what to do with me. I'm just sitting in juvenile detention. The court really don't know what to do with me. And so I get transferred up there. Lee County was kind of nice because like we got to play video games and stuff like that there. And it was single cells and stuff like that. So I got my own like little cell and everything like that. And it was co-ed too, so there was females and stuff. So it was kind of nice, but I was just trying to get out. Like, I'm tired of being incarcerated and stuff like that. And they ended up sending me to a group home after I did a lot of time in juvenile detention. Sent me to a group home. It's called Youth Homes up in Johnston. And I stayed there for a little while, like almost till I was 18. Like, I was doing pretty good there and stuff like that. But when I turned like 18, the courts was trying to send me to jail, like adult jail. Like, they was gonna transfer my probation to adult probation. And my parents ended up having a conversation with my juvenile probation officer. Just like, yo, like, listen, we know he's made some mistakes and he's been dumb and stuff like that, but we're about to move up to Florida and we really want him to come with us and have a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? My family looking out for me, trying to help me out. And I really appreciate that to this day because that's really what I needed, to be honest. And she ended up listening. She ended up letting me go. And, you know what I'm saying, the rest of history, I moved up to Florida, kind of mellowed out, still was smoking weed and stuff like that, but stopped doing dumb stuff, bro. Ended up getting a job, got my first car, got my license, you know what I'm saying, went to school, stuff like that. I was doing good. I got my own apartment, everything like that, and but yeah, then some other stuff happened, like with my alcoholism, like stuff like that started, but that's another story for another day. But anyway, yeah, I just want to tap in with y'all, give y'all a little story time, kind of like a little bit of background on my story and stuff like that. Why I went to juvenile detention, why I went to juvenile prison, why I was in group homes and stuff like that for most of my juvenile years. But yeah, y'all, I just want to give y'all that story. Hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you do, like, subscribe, comment, you know what I'm saying? Give me some more ideas for content. I kind of like doing this little story time format or doing like vlogs or day in the life, stuff like that. But yeah, if y'all like that, like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Peace.